Hello again from the American Association of Veterinary Medical Colleges. I am Dr. Lisa Greenhill, Chief Organizational Health Officer, and I am here again with my colleague, Kevin Kane, Senior Director for Government Relations. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good. So we wanted to take a few minutes to update everyone on the latest information out of the big beautiful bill related to federal student financial aid. Kevin, when does all of this stuff become real out of the big beautiful bill for financial aid?
Very soon. The 2026-2027 academic year, the law puts the effective date July 1 of 2026. So less than a year away.
Less than a year away. So can you break down what the limits for kind of higher ed in general, and then we'll start zeroing in on vet med stuff.
Yeah, sure. It's 57,500 for undergraduate, 100,000 for graduate school, and 200,000 for professional degrees. And the DVM is considered a professional degree, just like medical school. So that lifetime limit, the lifetime cap is 257.5. So yes.
So if you're going from undergrad, where again the cap is $57,500, and then going straight to vet school, that's all you do, you'll be right at that cap, roughly. Right? Because we're currently student debt within the vet schools is hovering under 200,000, but in probably the next 5 to 10 years or so, we'll easily be there. So what else do we need to know about this, Kevin?
Well, the loan figures, as you were alluding to, they're specific to that degree type, but all of that comes under that lifetime cap. And so we've had questions from students and from our faculty. If you're pursuing a dual degree, so a DVM PhD or something similar, what does that mean? Your loans will have mixed limits, and you'll probably hit that lifetime cap sooner. So some of the definitions have yet to be ironed out. We are counting on the Department of Education to do that. They are starting to issue some clarifications, and they did a Dear Colleague just a few days ago and put out some initial guidance. We are hoping for more of that. And of course, as that comes out, we will pass it along to students.
The other thing that we have updated our calculations on is the kind of percentage of students that will be impacted. Now we believe that is closer to about 83% of students, which really tracks with our indebted student portfolio. Roughly, just under 20% of graduates, 20% of graduates kind of graduate without any debt from their DVM program. So the last time we reported that it was about 40,000, 40 to 50,000. Now we see that it is about 40,000 to about 113,000. And that's going to depend on the school, their tuition, where it's located, the student's residency status, and certainly a number of different factors. But that is really kind of that big umbrella potential financial gap that we'll be seeing. Anything
Yes.
else we should know? Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Kevin.
no, absolutely. It's what you're talking about is the end of Grad Plus. So the Grad Plus student loan program also goes away July 1 of next year by law. So that those programs, and they were cost of attendance. So that is
Yes.
a big thing to know. So as Lisa just said, a Grad Plus loan would have covered that housing, transportation, all of the other things that go into attending school. So beyond tuition, Grad Plus doesn't exist anymore. And so now we have this 257.5 cap. For a lot of students, there's going to be that delta between the cost of attendance, the actual cost of attendance, and that 257.5 limit. And Lisa and her staff have done a great job putting together some projections for what that looks like. And, what the upshot is going to be is that difference, that delta is going to have to be taken out in a private loan or in the private market.
So, these are going to be really interesting times. We have advised the colleges to certainly tap into Grad Plus while the program still is available, which it will start to ramp down after that July 1 date, 2026. So loans made out of Grad Plus this academic year, 25-26, would kind of be included in that ramp down, correct?
That's correct. And the other big thing to think about And it's important for people making these decisions is that private student loans, whatever that amount is, are not forgiven. So they are not eligible for forgiveness under programs like the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program or other loan forgiveness programs. The private student loans, so those additional dollars that are borrowed, unfortunately, are not eligible. So that is something to be sure and take into consideration.
The last thing that I definitely want to highlight is if you are in a residency program that has a graduate program attached to it, or kind of that's your intention, that's your trajectory in the next couple of years, be mindful that that graduate degree will come under the $100,000 cap. So whatever space you might have left under that larger lifetime cap of $257,500 will come out. That will be what is available to you in terms of federal student loans during that graduate program.
That's true. And while we don't know exactly how the sort of interplay between the graduate and professional tracks is going to work, the Department of Education and the loan servicers themselves, the loan servicers were given $1 billion in funding in the One Big Beautiful Bill to track exactly that. So they will be keeping tabs on those loan caps and they will know what they are. So there will be a mechanism for doing that. As I said, we don't know exactly what that will look like. We will have more information on that hopefully soon as it comes out. But that's something again to keep in mind is the department and the loan servicers will be keeping up with that.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And as we ended our previous videos, don't give up. We know that this sounds like really tough times, but there still is certainly time to plan out what the best pathway for you will be. Talk to your financial planners, talk to your bankers, talk to financial aid officers about your options because they may know certainly more options outside of the federal space than we may know at this time. As additional information becomes available, we will certainly be sure to update you. So with that, see you later, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you so much.